Welcome to Illinois Rocks with your host Frank, where we're gonna go on my rock tumbling journey. I hope you're excited, because I am. I have been wanting a rock tumbler for about 3 years, and my wife finally let me get one. So of course, quickly I had to get two. So what we're going to be doing today is taking a look at my rough tumbler, because I found otherwise I never have enough rocks to go into the other stages. So let's see what we got today. So I have been banished to the basement due to my wife. So what we have here is we have one of our 2.5, 3 pound tumblers here. It's been working pretty well so far. We have our highly scientific dollar store bucket, actually $1.25 now because of inflation, as well as our $1.25 strainer. So these have been in here since Saturday, and a bunch of them I've been working on. So let's take a look at what we have and see what can come out and what can go back. I've been trying to check these twice a week because this is only my second batch that I've done. So let's see what we got. Alright, so definitely some more slurry since last week. And as I'm sure you've seen everywhere else, don't pour it down the drain. And since it's only been in here a couple days, since I kind of reset it a few days ago, we're just going to take the rocks out and see how they're doing. So we're going to move them all over here and rinse them off. This does make a mess, so sorry in the basement. We have a lot of mess in the kitchen. We have some tie-dye and some other miscellaneous stuff in here, so see how it looks. You definitely feel we have lost some volume here since the weekend. What do you get on the other side? So let's give them a rinse and see what can go on. I have been trying to go with kind of checking them twice a week and then changing out the, oh wow, these are kind of really cool. Changing out the grit once a week here. So just here, so stop the noise here so somebody can actually hear. Definitely looking great. Much better than before. I think that'll be ready to go. Of course, these are wet. They won't look as well dry. Again, like this rose quartz here, there's a little bit of like a fracture in there, but I think if we're careful and when we go into stage 2, we make sure there's some cushioning in there, I think it'll be okay. This here, we have a small little crack in here, but it's lost so much volume. It's not sharp anymore, and I'm kind of afraid if it goes any further that we're going to lose so much rock. I believe this is actually some of the new, it was Mexican lace that I got the other day. So pretty cool looking. You can see some of the banding there.
Is that the one Marcus gave you?
Mm-hmm. This is, oh man, I can't even remember the name. But another one, very pretty. So I think we're gonna set this aside, and this can go into stage 2. This too, feeling really great, really smooth. It's actually come down in size a ton. So we're gonna bring, this was the Dragon's Blood. So really cool, really pretty. These are really large rocks. This one I actually got a pound of these from Amazon. Although it seems like that's not always the cheapest place to buy from, but live and learn. This one here too had, you still feel a little bit of nooks and crannies here, but I think as long as we clean it out pretty well, I think it'll be okay to go into the next stage. So we actually got quite a bit of really good stuff here this week. This here, honestly, I don't know what it is, but I'll be honest, I'm new to this, so hopefully we enjoy this journey together here. I think I'm, though, just gonna get the toothbrush out here, my wife's toothbrush, of course, and clean this out and set it aside, because I don't think there's going to be any rock left if I leave it in there for too much longer. So I think that's going to have to move on. Actually, everything's looking pretty good here. This, I call this, oh, this is another one of the Mexican lace agates. That's what it was. I think we're going to push this one forward too in a step 2. Again, really pretty with the coloring there. This is one of the really big pieces of tiger eye I got. It's got some big pieces here, like some big depressions, and it's wearing away really slow. So I am actually gonna leave. I think it's gonna be a really pretty piece when it's done, but I don't want to rush it. So I am gonna put this one back in and check on it again on Sunday. So today is Wednesday. We have this leopard stone. This just came in the rock tumbler kit. I mean, it's fine. It's not exciting, but I think that can go. We've got another one of those dragon bloods. It does have a little groove here, but again, I don't think it's really going to collect any grit, and I think as long as we clean it out, it's going to be fine. Again, really pretty, and I think it'll shine up really nice. This tiger eye, I had a pound of it, so that's why there's so much. Feels really nice and great. I think that we're going to put aside for the next, for phase 2 once we have enough to go. That's why we ended up getting the 2 tumblers, because it seems like I never have enough to go into phase 2. Or grit 2, I guess you will. Let's see. This tiger eye, again, this is from that same big batch that I got. We still have some rough spots in here, and there's still like quite a bit of rock left. So I think we're going to add some fresh rough into there, and we're going to set this one back in. So we're just going to put that guy right back in here. No, we'll put that right back in there too, so we don't forget. To me, this one feels done as well, and we'll give them another clean, just because we're going to set them aside for when we get enough ready for the next batch to go into stage 2 polish. Another one of those really pretty lace agates there. You can see, I mean, all these different cool colors there, because that's not the grit. That's actually the color of the rock. So I went in with a friend and bought a couple pounds of this, and really pretty. We have another tiger eye here. Feels great. I'm glad we gave it some extra time and didn't rush it. I did have one that had a couple little holes in the top of it. It's down there. I see it. You know what? This one, we're going to send it back to. We still got a little bit going in up here. I mean, it would probably be okay, but it seems to be wearing away really slowly, and so I'm not really too worried about losing too much mass out of that. I'm not sure if this is some kind of jasper, but there is a big groove in here, and I'm really trying to wear away at that. I don't really care if we lose that much. It's okay. We'll see. This, well, it looks like a jelly bean. I'm kind of thinking it broke off of this other green one here. I think that one's just a goner. This going back in, kind of looks like a Pokemon. Can't remember the name of it, but that beetle. So, you know what? I think we're going to clean it and move it forward. And we have our last one from this batch here. Just feeling through it. I think this can go to the next stage too. It's definitely smoothed out quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these up, and then we'll take a look at what we can add in.
Mom's toothbrush, we got it.
So these are the rocks that I have set aside for going into a stage 2 polish. We can see we've got almost 1.5 pounds, so it's pretty good. The last set that I have was less than 1 pound going through, so hence why I went with 2 tumblers. Glad I did. And now let's take a look at what we have to choose from to fill up our rough tumbler to get it back going. So we're going to go ahead and fill this back up, and this is just a little bit of what we have to work with. So we've got more of that Mexican lace that we had. This was actually called Ruby Zoisite. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. We got a little bit of sodalite here. This was that dragon's blood. I had pulled some out because I think I had too many big pieces in there before. So I am going to go ahead and add this big chunk in here. I think it's going to take a while, but I think it's going to be really pretty. So we'll put that back in. I think we're going to put some sodalite in here, and then a couple of miscellaneous pieces, and seal it back up. So we added a few more rocks in here and just a touch of water to get us back to about 2/3, 3/4 full. I think I'd kind of overfilled it before, and when I do stage 2 through 4. Or if I don't have enough rock, then of course I would add some cushioning media, like some ceramic media. So just kind of make sure that there's no like grit or anything around the edge here that's going to cause any issues with sealing. So we don't want to ruin the seal here. It seems to be more of a problem when you've got the ceramic media in there. Go ahead and put the lid back on. You kind of give it a little squeeze to get any air stuck out of there. Go ahead and get our metal lid back on. And then we're going to tighten it up. And you'll feel when it stops and it won't tighten any further.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit of air escaping. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put it back on the tumbler. I keep this one just running rough all the time now because I really wasn't coming up with enough rocks before to kind of go through. One is by Coma Stone, one by Cool Stone, both from Amazon. I think it's the exact same one. I mean, one's green and one's red, but it looks the same. Some people had talked about them running too fast. The instructions talk about starting at speed 3. I just been running them on speed 1 because it seems like people with the fancier tumblers runs a lot slower. So for this one, I mean, the days don't really matter. I just know I'm going to come back and check it on Sunday, so I'm just going to crank it all the way back up to 9 just so it keeps rolling. People have talked about the belts. I've had this since Christmas and haven't had an issue with the belt. It's not leaking, it's just because I was rinsing it off in the sink. And then this one will be ready next Tuesday. It's currently in stage 2, and that's going to move over to stage 3.
Not sponsored.
Thanks for joining us today on our first episode of Illinois Rocks with Frank.
Bye.